Design and Style. I am one of your co-hosts, Dixie with Dixie Willer Design. And with me, as always, is the beautiful, effervescent
Rachel with Rachel Moriarty Interiors. And I wish they could see my hand movement on.
I know.
It's like my trademark.
If you're not watching this, you need to watch it. Go to the website and watch the episode, at least the beginning.
Exactly. And today we're so excited. We have the lovely and effervescent Samantha Parker and Kathy Rasmussen from Badassery magazine. Good morning.
I'm super excited.
Are you guys muting yourselves?
No, we're here.
Okay. The reason I asked, remember when we were on your podcast and you were like, mute yourself, and the whole time we were like,
we didn't know what to do.
We were scared. So I didn't know. You could tell you're seasoned pros though, because you just stay completely quiet.
Mm-hmm. I was waiting for my turn to talk.
Yes. Yes. I'll turn it over to you to introduce yourself, Miss Samantha Parker.
All right. So as you know, my name is Samantha Parker, and I am the co-founder and co-owner, co-creator. I don't really know. We're just co's. So we started Badassery magazine, which is a really fun online magazine. It's really geared towards female entrepreneurs. There's a lot of business in there, but there's a lot of other stuff too that kind of just happens in your life. But mostly, we have the digital magazine that we publish every month, but we really like to think of ourselves as like an open community for people. So I'm like, yes, we're Badassery magazine, but we're just like this big group hug. But that's me in a nutshell. I live in Southern Utah where it's always sunny. And Kathy and I actually met at a conference, which is super fun because we were being visible, getting out there, doing things. And then the Badassery was formed. But yeah, so Kathy.
Sweet.
I'm Kathy Rasmussen. I'm the co-founder, co-badass. We should just call ourselves co-badass.
I love that. Let's just make that your title from now on.
Co-badass and artistic director of Badassery magazine. So I kind of my job, more or less, do a lot of things, but I lay out the magazine and design it every month. So that's what I do. And other things. But and
drink wine.
And drink lots of wine. And I do a lot of the behind the scenes things. So set up systems and
Kathy is
stuff.
Dixie in this relationship, and Samantha is the Rachel.
There you go. And I
just have to intervene because I do a lot of back end things.
She does. Samantha is a total execution specialist. She is boom, does it. And she keeps me motivated too, which is awesome. It's great to have a good business partner. And I think that the reason why we work well together is because we're very balanced. And she encourages me to be more visible because that's what I struggle with too. So it's going to be fun.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Sounds very familiar. Well, we just love you guys. And I honestly, I love the juxtaposition of the word badassery and that cozy community that you've created. Because you guys you're the embodiment of both. You are, what always impresses me is how fast you guys can iterate and execute. I mean, I have seen you guys do so many things, and just to let our audience know, we have both worked with the two of them in different capacities and same capacities, one-on-one and in their membership group. What is the membership group called today?
It's the Badassery Revolution.
That's right. When I was in it was Level Up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we revamped. Cool. We closed down, we revamped, and we reopened as the Badassery Revolution.
I love that. So we love these ladies. We have mentioned them more than once in past episodes.
We're infamous.
You should be.
You are. So some of the things that really stand out to me that I've done, Samantha, and I haven't heard you talk about it, and I feel like since the new year's coming, I feel like it would be something that you will be. Your morning manifesting magic, that was awesome.
Yeah, I feel like if, a lot of people, what they do is they wake up, and I know some of you guys are guilty of this, and I still have my days where, you wake up and you're like, holy shiz mother effer, what, and everything just starts out mass chaos. But if you can really set aside some time for yourself in the morning, it will change everything for you. And, you know, if you're one of those, we call them the wooers, you know, and you want to meditate and do all of that stuff, you can do that. Or if you're like a prepper and you want to like prep your day and list out your stuff. But I still think everyone should be doing a little bit of manifesting every day. That's where the magic comes in.
Mm-hmm.
But manifesting, all it really is like setting a desire and intention and then backing it up with massive amounts of action. And that's actually how we create so many cool things in our life, is we don't just sit around and write fluffy things down and then wait for the universe to drop them in our laps. Like, we provide a straight path to what we want.
Yeah. And it's really like putting out, like she said, putting out an intention. And when you're setting yourself up in the morning to, you know, you put those things in your forethought in the front of your mind, then the rest of your day is like, that's your path for the rest of the day. It just kind of sets you up, puts you in the right track.
Yeah. Plus I like to have my own space, and that gives me a little bit of space.
Same.
Before my, you know, the crazy people that live in my house.
All those crazies.
Mm-hmm.
That's so awesome. The other thing I wanted to bring up, though, which I think is so awesome, is, so we talk about visibility, right? And as part of visibility as designers is, you know, we are working in people's home, which is a super intimate space to work with people, right? And we encourage people to show their entire personality, all, you know, not just like selling, not just promoting, not just pitching their services, but really sharing their whole, you know, the whole picture with people that are watching. So one of the things that I love that you've incorporated, Kathy, is what are you calling the wine talk, or?
Oh, I do a wine and wisdom.
Wine.
So.
Well, which I think is brilliant, because we are always talking about differentiators, right? And so it's like you took this thing that you're sort of, are you expert level? I mean, what were I can't remember
she's an expert at drinking it.
I'm an expert wine drinker.
Right, exactly. But you do know from your past.
Yeah. The last job I had, I was a private dining manager at a restaurant in Salt Lake City, and they had probably one of the most extensive wine collections in a restaurant in Salt Lake City. And my office was right next to the wine cellar, which is beautiful. It was like custom made, all this like humid and temperature controlled.
I've seen it. Like, people just come to look at it. It's
people come to take pictures of our wine cellar, or when I worked there. But one of the things that the company did was they provided all of their servers and employees with classes that taught them about the wines that they sold, and let them taste them and taught them how to pair them with food, which is just giving them the right tools to, you know, help them do their job. But it was also really fun. I'm like, yeah, I can't believe I'm drinking wine at work. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is so weird. But that was one of my favorite things about that job, obviously. But and so I've just taken that with me, and you know, like, I really don't know that much, but I know enough to sound like I do.
Oh my gosh.
And it's fun. And then I can drink some wine, talk about the flavors, and then I can just like talk about something that's on my mind lately, or talk about something that Samantha and I have been talking about, just and let people get to know me a little bit better, and things that I like to do.
See, you're really good. I feel like that you and Dixie are so Dixie doesn't post a lot publicly, like on your public pages as much, but she'll sit in our group for an hour or over an hour, you know, and I watch her and I just like, I don't know how you do that. And it's kind of like what you do. You sit there and just chat and drink your wine, and, you know, you just like super chill. And like, it's one of those things that, Dixie, every time I'm like, how did you do that? There was this quiet time and your chair was squeaking and nobody was saying anything. And, you know, and it's hilarious. I cannot do that.
I was actually thinking about that yesterday, and it occurred to me that really I talk to myself all the time anyway. This is just a professional way to do it.
I love that. And that's me. Like silence does not bother me. One thing that I've noticed, my mom, she is really uncomfortable by silence. Like she'll talk just to talk, just so there's no silence in the room. But that's never bothered me. I love quiet time. I love that, because it refreshes me, it recharges me. So talking to no one, that's okay.
No, I'm good with that too. But when I'm doing like a live and people are like it's about the engagement and nobody's engaging, I'm just like, I'm just kind of like, oh, I can do it for a short burst, but not like an hour. And Dixie will schedule like an hour to be in there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you do that? So
see, I'm one of those people, I'm like, are we wrapping this up yet? Like, I'll be privately messaging Kathy, is this wrapping up yet? Not her live videos, but like when we're on different things, I'm like, we got to wrap this up. Segue on out.
Exactly. So we wanted to talk about a couple of things that you have. You gave us some exclusive news that you have something called 12 days of giveaways.
Okay, so everyone does, well, not everybody, all the cool people, it's just, 12 days of giveaways, 12 days of giveaways. And last year we did the 12 days of giveaways, which you guys might remember, they were extremely popular. And we gave away something for 12 days, but this year, it's like, we're kind of over that, I think. And we wanted to take it to the next level. That's badassery for us. We're like, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? And we haven't even, the only person that knows about this is our team. So, but starting next week on the 12th, which I believe is actually Tuesday, we will be giving away 12 days of giveaways, but each day we've selected a different charity to give to. And then, so, right now we've got a post up there, because if you're into visibility, right, you got to start priming your audience, is marketing technical. So we've got a post up asking for people, what charities do you love? And then we'll just kind of take it from there, and you'll watch it evolve over this next week. But basically what we decided to do is, for every member that joins our group on that specific day, we will donate $1 to that specific charity.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so we are excited. We're also a little nervous. Because it could go both ways.
20,000 new members later.
Yeah, it could go both ways where, and I always believe like giving always comes back. So, but it could go both ways. Like, what if only 20 people join and we're like, here's $20. But, at least it'll be something that people can, our whole philosophy is we're community driven. And so it's something that the community can get behind, there'll be a different cause every day, and we'll really just kind of watch it evolve and grow.
Yeah. And I think another big thing is it's not all about us. And we know that it's not all about us. And so we want to make it about our community, about what they care about. And by giving back to those charities and those organizations, we help make an impact in the world and make it not all about us.
Yeah.
It's really important.
And if you're not familiar with our group too, the group is, we are badassery on Facebook, and we are, as Kathy's coined, promo positive. Which basically means we don't mind if you drop your links or you share, all your crazy nonsense. It's okay. Like, I'll get messages from people and I'm like, what do I look like? The group police? I don't, So I just got really tired of being in all the other Facebook groups where there's all these crazy rules. I wouldn't invite people over to my house and just expect them to listen to me word vomit about everything I'm doing. I want to hear about what everyone else is doing too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Sorry.
That's okay.
We're like doing the dance, me, you.
Tag.
Sorry. I met you during the 12 days of giveaway.
Yeah.
That's how that's how I got to know you. And you guys were giving spotlight spots in your magazine. Right? Was that during the 12 days? Or was that something else?
No, we give away spotlight spots, and then we also gave away, like we have badassery mugs and badassery tees and, just different products. And I'm sure we mailed some stuff out too. I don't know, you guys, we moved through things so fast. I'm like, that was like last year. We give away so much stuff. We're just like, what?
I know. We really, you know that from working one-on-one, but we really emulate what you did. It's such a positive thing that we just saw ourselves as the Kathy and Samantha of the design industry, and we hadn't seen anything like your group ever. And Dixie and I are sort of the same. We like excitement. We love to give away too. And so we want to just really acknowledge you guys and thank you, because you were a huge influence on our group, and our group has grown really fast. And I think it's because of that totally different energy. You also, I remember you encouraged collaboration, and really this came out of Dixie and I came out of one of your mastermind monthly. I think one of the themes was collaboration, and that's kind of when we took it to the next level.
Basically, what we're saying is we wouldn't be here without you guys. So
oh, thank you. We birthed them, Kathy.
Oh.
No, it's so fun to watch you guys. And I mean, you know this because I talk to you all the time. I'm like, oh my God, it's so fun to watch what you're doing, But I think that's one of the things that people need to realize in their business. And, your audience is primarily designers and interior designers. And, we know some of the people that hang out in your space. But that's one of the things is like, what is everyone else doing? But how can I do it differently? So I love to watch people that are just a little bit ahead of me, and I'm watching them, and then I'll see them do something and I'm like, God, that was a really asshat move. And so I'm constantly realizing, like, what kind of business owner do I want to be? And that's what Kathy and I talk about all the time is like, we don't want to do that. I'm like, I don't want to make people feel scared to post in a group, or I don't want people to feel like they're going to crap their pants when they send us a magazine submission. Like, we're just people. Like, I'm just in an office. I have a unicorn behind me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I make this up as I go.
That's another thing that I love too. And I want to encourage our listeners to do that. I mean, we talk about visibility and doing those submissions to Badassery. I've done a couple of them, and it's been great. I love that. So I think definitely encourage do you guys, I can't remember, you guys don't go by like themes. It's just like an anytime thing, right?
Well, what we do is we have almost like a vault of submissions, and, we really kind of try to pair them together. So we don't want like, if, 10 people who design wallpaper, we wouldn't want to put like 10 wallpaper people up. So we try to spread everything out. So we're getting a variety of topics, a variety of interests. But as we move forward too, we really started to almost kind of curate the magazine. So next month, you're going to see very few article submissions placed. And what's going to happen is we've really kind of pinpointed, and our community is helping us as well. We have the 25 badass women to look out for in 2018. And so you're going to see spotlights about women that are really doing things in their community and really kind of embodying badassery, because badassery means essentially to render all onlookers as awestruck. You're like, oh, look at her badassery over there. I used it in a sentence. How cool was that? So that's, it's really, you see different things all the time. But I don't know, Kathy, maybe you can.
Yeah. And well, it's not even just the magazine. We have a blog too. So if you want to submit to be on the blog, that's awesome. We have a little bit more flexibility with the blog because we don't have a posting schedule. Like it's just they just go up. But with a magazine, it is a little bit more curated. But we are looking for like a wide variety. So if you have a special niche that you are an expert at, that's what we want to hear from you. We want it to be really niched down to what your expertise is. So if you're thinking, general broad topics that lots of people like, no, not so much. Get nichey.
Yeah. Please don't send us anything on mindset.
Not that mindset isn't awesome and isn't something that you should have in your life, but we get a lot of articles, submissions about mindset.
Yeah.
Because it is something that's important. But, what's your twist on that, or what's your niche, or how do you apply it to your work? Like, how do you apply that to your design? There's so many things that you can do differently. That's not the same article that we've read over and over and over again.
Yeah. And if you're an expert on sex and cocktails, we want to hear that too. It's just really like, what do you do? Tell us about it.
Yeah. And
awesome.
Even if it's a hobby.
I think, I love design articles, obviously, because I'm a designer, but there are so many ways, especially with your audience, to talk about how your environment affects. You do have kind of a woo audience, right? You call them the wooers.
I'm like, woo, 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 spirituality.
Um, so any of our designers, I think if you could, there is a way to marry those two things, environment and, spirituality, mindset, kind of desire map meets, interiors sort of thing. So there are ways to connect those. So I think that would be super fun.
Actually, there was an article, one of the ones that I loved was submitted by Jen Pollard, and it was how to have a sexy bedroom when you've got kids or something like that. And that was so fun. It was so simple, easy tips that anybody could do, but it was so applicable to so many people.
Yeah, I remember that one. I think it was from like February of 2017. So yeah.
I love feng shui. So I feel like your audience is a good, because I've done one with your astrology signs in your environment. I'm about getting ready to do the series that I did last year called Feng Shui, because I'm not a feng shui practitioner, but I know a lot, and I know enough of the cures to affect your interior space. So I call it feng shui, like fun decorative things. But things like that, like I think those things are so perfect because we do have a lot of feng shui experts and practitioners. So those things are always really fun.
Yeah, the twist is awesome.
You guys are about to have a vision board party?
Okay, well, it's a vision board party, but we have like a really cool twist that we put on it because we're badassery. So I think that there's another component that people are missing.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people put everything that they want, but they leave out the part of the things that they've already received, they've already have. So what we do is we marry the two onto an alignment board so that your vision is aligned with what you already have going on. And so even if you've already created a vision board for 2018, I know a lot of people are starting to prep for 2018 and get their mindset going. Even if you've already created your vision board, you can still have fun at this party because it's not exactly the same thing as a vision board. It's an alignment board.
Yeah.
Alignment board. So when is this taking place? Because I want to get in on this.
It's on December 20th. And the cool thing about it is if you join, we're going to hold it just for our membership site. But the cool thing about our membership site, the Badassery Revolution, is we offer everybody a free 30 days. And there are like hours and hours. Like we could do a whole podcast talk on everything that is in the Badassery vaults, is what we call them. It's our membership site. But then we have the private Facebook group. So it will be held in the Badassery Revolution. You can check it out. It's bit.ly/Badassery Revolution, or just pop into our group and we'll be talking about it a ton. But so you could join for free, come attend it. You can check out everything that's in the Badassery vaults. And if for some reason you decide that it's not for you, you just pop out. It didn't cost you anything. But if you stay with us, it's only $34 a month. So,
and I can tell you, it is totally worth it.
Dixie has been in since New Year's Eve.
I have.
I was drunk and I did a live video.
What?
Do you guys remember this?
No. Yes, because it was completely closed. They weren't taking any new members.
Yeah, and so like we were getting ready to go out for New Year's Eve, my husband and we were all dressed up, and I was like, I want to do this live video, and we're like a bottle of wine in, between the two of us. And I'm like, I go on live, so I'm like, I was a little drunk. And I just was like, Happy New Year's. And I'm like, we're opening it up right now and you have to message me. And like all these people came in and Dixie was one of them. But it was like it was late at night and Dixie, why weren't you out partying?
I don't go out.
I'm all the crazy lady in the woods.
Yes, because I'm a crazy lady in the woods. This is my out.
Yes. She was doing a live in our group and said, I'm not a crazy lady in the woods. I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
you are.
Let's be honest here. You kind of are.
You really are, Dixie.
I know.
So fun. So 2018. Okay, so you have you have a podcast, just to let people know
Mhm.
all the ways. So you have a magazine, of course, your blog, podcast, you have a membership
Group.
site. You are not doing one-on-one anymore.
We are not, I still get approached occasionally, and I'm like, if you're like really invested in taking your stuff to the next level, of course, we want to help you any way we can. But really, honestly, because the best way to work with us, instead of paying the thousands of dollars to work with one-on-one coaches, is just to come into the revolution. It really, really is. I don't know. Like, we're there, we can help you. You can get the workshops every month. You can get everything that you need. So that's kind of my take on it. Coaching one-on-one is great, but it depends on where you're at in your business. And we're just kind of ready to just grow our community and do awesome things. But yeah, so you mentioned our podcast. It's badasserypodcast.com, or just go to badasserymag.com and you can kind of link up to everything we're doing there. But we have some awesome guests. In fact, I love that you air these on the same day as you record them, because on Friday we have Gary V coming on our podcast.
Oh my God, that's
we're
huge.
recording his episode, so you won't get to listen to it though until January. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it that
we get-
far?
yeah.
Like, I would be too excited. I would bump everything and be like,
Well, we have Gary's also providing us with some other glitter, so it's all going to kind of come out in January. So,
and you guys have been working on this for a long time.
yeah,
right? For how long? 6
like
months?
since it was summer.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. I don't even remember now.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's been a while.
we've had some
Some of the
awesome guests on our podcast.
Yeah.
Kat Latorzo, Denise Stufflefield-Thomas, and Rebecca Campbell. And then in 2018, you'll see Gary V, Mel Robbins,
Russell Brunson,
the ClickFunnels.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the rest will be surprises, because we don't even know sometimes.
Lots more.
Nothing
We'll
wrong
just say
with
lots
leaving room
more.
for the magic.
Mm-hmm.
Got to.
Yeah.
We need a hit list. We need a 2018.
We've
big
got
hit
one.
Hit list.
And at least one of the
I
names
love
on the list for Samantha and Kathy is on ours.
What?
At least one of the people that's on their list is on ours.
Oh, yeah. Well, they've been on, you guys have actually been on our 2017 hit list. So on our magic Trello board, we call it our
Check
magic.
you guys off.
Mhm.
Done.
Check.
Saying.
Boom.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to come on our little podcast, the Design+Style podcast. We just love you guys. And our community loves you too. I think we have quite a bit of crossover now.
Yeah, we do. It's funny. We'll be like on calls and they'll be talking about design, and I'm like, oh, you guys know Rachel and Dixie. So it's fun to kind of meet everyone that's mingling across, I always think of Facebook groups as like these little parties or like these little lands, it's a map, and I'm like, ooh, our groups are getting big and they're overlapping. It's a weird little vision I have.
That's neat. I think
I
I'm gonna
love
do
it.
that too. Okay, and then wait, you had one more thing I would just want to talk about really quickly before we close out. You have an in-person event in
so
Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. So last year we threw this we called it the Bash, but it's basically a retreat, and we went to Florida and we stayed on, like, we rented a house on the beach on Florida, and just like, it was so incredible to have everyone there. And
They let me go too.
we let Dixie go virtually. Yes.
Oh, I was like, you went?
But this year we're actually going to Las Vegas, and so we rented a McMansion. It doesn't have a beach, but it has a resort pool, and it's really awesome. Like, the house is huge, like mega huge. Every room has its own like superstar theme. Like, there's a Britney Spears room,
and it's Celine Dion. We're staying in the Elvis suite.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But it's just so fun. Like, we have an event planner who's going to be like there on site the whole time and setting up things. Like, I love how we're just dishing the goods. So we have a photo booth coming. We have like themed nights and happy hours and parties, but then we also have 2 days of workshops, but lots of pool time, lots of cocktails, coffee, tea, whatever your thing is. All the meals are provided for you. So we really make them a VIP experience. And then this year, the Champagne Mastermind too. We added that on.
We added a new thing called the Champagne Mastermind. So you get to stay an extra night and have a private chef cook fabulous dinner for us and mastermind the whole time. And it's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, so our spots, whenever we talk about like chunks of them disappear. So we have 4 left, but what we did this year is we have 4 beds left, and every bed is like a king or a queen, and every room has its own bathroom. So what we did is we said, you know, you buy your spot, but you're welcome to bring a bestie with you. So essentially, like, you can split the cost, or you guys, you know, whatever you want to do, or if you're just like, I'm not sure in my space, that would be me.
I know, I pay my own bed, but
yeah. You know, so, but your bestie gets everything that you get, you know, the gifts and the food. And I mean, it's really like an inclusive experience.
Wow. So where do we find out more of that sweet, sweet goodness?
It's bit.ly/badassery LV, and then the B in badassery is capitalized, and then the LV at the end is capitalized for like Las Vegas.
Awesome.
But yeah, we'll be sold out pretty soon. So
yeah. Oh, I'm sure. That sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Well, at some point, we're going to have to plan something. All 4 of us plan something, crossover kind of a retreat or something, I'm thinking.
Well, totally. And Dixie, we're more than willing to keep all shellfish away because Kathy's a vegetarian anyways. So
yeah, I don't. Nothing with a central nervous system for me.
Sweet.
So no shellfish.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for coming on to the Design and Style podcast. We are going to continue following you guys closely and being super fans. And thank you for all the empowerment and girl power, glitter, and all of the badassery that you supply.
And just a great community.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having us.
Yes, thank you.
All right. If you want the show notes, the short version with all of the links in one handy dandy little place, you can just head on over to designandstylepodcast.com, and all of the links that we mentioned will be in the show notes to make it nice and easy for you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Hurry. Get your spot now.
This podcast was made possible in part through the support of our preferred partners, like the Design Network. The Design Network offers one of the most powerful to-the-trade e-commerce programs in the furniture industry, combining the top brands in furniture, the best prices, and unparalleled logistics all in one place. Go to www.thedesignnetwork.com to join the Design Network's Trade Direct program, create your designer profile, connect with new clients, and start shopping today.